We all fell in love with Game of Thrones because of the political maneuvering. The show teaches us, right out of the gate, nobility won't save you. And Brienne of Tarth is the long, painful echo of that very same lesson. Brienne believes that if she is honest, loyal, honorable, then she will be successful in all of her endeavors. And it's actually these things that hold her back. In this video, we explore the story of Brienne of Tarth, the knight who never learned, and how honor and nobility can actually make you vulnerable.
You were saying?
In Westeros, as in our world, there is cause and effect. More specifically, there is effective influence and ineffective influence. Brienne, for all of her strength and goodness, never learns the difference. Brienne believes something deeply, almost dangerously, that positive qualities will carry the day. She thinks the rightness of her intentions should be obvious to everyone. She thinks being good is enough. Brienne moves through the world with pure motives and a clean heart, and because of that, she's almost always on her back foot. Her entrance to the series is actually pretty epic. She defeats Loras Tyrell, one of the realm's greatest fighters. She earns a spot on Renly Baratheon's Kingsguard. And yet, even as she stands victorious, people look at her with doubt. Even though Brienne wins the battle, she loses the fight for perception, and perception is often the deadliest enemy in a political world. Brienne makes this effort without consideration for the perception of others because she sees the world as it should be, not as it is. This also kind of explains why she makes this effort towards Renly. She serves Renly because he once showed her kindness. When Renly dies, she serves Catelyn because she also showed her kindness. Her loyalties are noble and heartfelt, but strategically, they're reactive. She isn't choosing powerful alliances. She's directionless, which happens to translate to her pledging her lifelong loyalty to two people inside of a week.
Bloody ridiculous.
Her first real task is from Catelyn. She sends her off to go and get her daughters back. But unfortunately, she fails. And it has nothing to do with her being untrustworthy or not being noble enough. It's because she only uses one tool, integrity. She tells Arya the truth. She does this later with Sansa. And it doesn't work on either of them, because truth alone is not influence. These other men simply got there first, and then they also created value. The Hound and Littlefinger have complex relationships with the Stark girls. They have their own motives, but they also offer value, protection, education, food, survival. The saying goes, better the devil you know than the devil you don't, meaning it's wiser to stick with a familiar, even difficult situation than risk changing to an unknown alternative that just could be far worse.
No, this will do nicely, thank you.
When looking back, there likely was a win here, where Brienne could have convinced either of the girls to come with her. Imagine if this task had gone to Tyrion. He would have aligned goals, reframed incentives, or built trust before making the ask. Imagine if Brienne offered to travel with them and kept her motivations a secret in the beginning. She could then build trust over time, making that ask a lot softer. I mean, there's a lot of things she could do, but she only sees the world through this honesty. Brienne's honesty is admirable, but it's also inflexible. Again, we're forced to revisit there is effective and then there is ineffective, and Brienne, for all her honor, keeps trying to win with the ineffective tool. Now, Brienne never learns any lessons here, but she does get a break. She finally wins Sansa's trust, but it's on her third attempt, and only because Sansa is at her absolute lowest point. She's freezing, she's starving, she's being hunted. At this point, any help would be good help. That's not persuasion. Sansa was just desperate. Once in her service, Sansa gives her a mission. She keeps being sent on missions for some reason, and it makes no sense because she fails every single one. Her mission is to go to Riverrun, get the Blackfish, and convince him to bring his army to go help take or retake Winterfell. She arrives, and the castle's under siege. Her honor and relationship with Jaime gets her past the siege. Her honor gets the Blackfish's attention, and she presents facts with sincerity, and she still fails.
Find the Maester. We need to get a raven north to Sansa.
What should I write?
Tell her I failed.
She doesn't understand the political chessboard she's stepped into. In a siege where loyalties, optics, and power dynamics matter, honor isn't a strategy, it's just the starting point. She wins people's attention, but she doesn't influence anything. In fact, she's so bad at convincing people that the Blackfish would rather die than go with her.
Come with us.
I've run before. In the Red Wedding, I'm not running again. This is my family home.
Your family is in the north. Come with us. Don't die for pride when you can fight for your blood.
You'll serve Sansa far better than I ever could.
Her last truly meaningful moment in the series is with Jaime, and again, she ends up disappointed and alone. She's lived a life of pure but difficult nobility. She's been on the road, fighting, bleeding, and it's been nothing but uphill, painful, and lonely. And yes, we get a beautiful moment where she's knighted. It's emotional, it's deserved, but if you stop and think about it for just a moment, she's knighted in a world where the Mountain is a knight. This world subverts the knight archetype, so what are we doing here? She also doesn't live this life for recognition. She never once seeks out praise or credit. So this knight business is just another miss as the show wrapped up. Hopefully the books do it better.
Brienne of Tarth, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
When we look at her impact in the world, she doesn't change the trajectory of major events directly. I mean, she does save Sansa, who then later rallies the Vale, who are necessary for success in several major battles, including the battle with the Night King. So without her, the realm is doomed. That's something, I guess, but it's the effect without the intent. Throughout the series, she doesn't learn anything. She doesn't grow. To be effective, she needs strategic influence, and she never develops this at all. Brienne remains a symbol, a strong symbol, but not a force.
Shouldn't argue about politics.
Her story is actually a cautionary tale. If you rely only on being good, if you never learn to be clever, strategic, or persuasive, your life will be way harder than it needs to be. You won't get what you want, you will be less effective to the people you're trying to help, and they might end up actually suffering for it. Not to mention those who understand influence, like Littlefinger for example, he'll outperform you at every turn. This is why it feels like such a missed opportunity that Brienne never confronts Littlefinger. In many ways, he is her opposite. He even outmaneuvered her directly with Sansa, so it would be narratively satisfying. A lot of people think Varys is Littlefinger's opposite because of this head-to-head throne room situation where Littlefinger drops his famous "Chaos is a ladder." But Varys is just the other side of that same coin. The opposite of chaos isn't subterfuge and scheming, it's honor. Imagine if Brienne had finally learned to maneuver and quietly removed him for the good of the realm. That would have been great, but that's just not her story. She defends Winterfell, appears in a few strong scenes, but makes no meaningful decisions. Brienne's moral compass is flawless, but her persuasive compass never evolves. And that's the tragedy. Because if you never look at the world as it is, if you rely on virtue alone, you're not noble, you're vulnerable. And like Brienne, you become the knight who never learned. Thank you for watching. If you, unlike Brienne, did learn something or were just entertained, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.